Today I wanted to talk about hoods, specifically for the DJI Spark or the DJI Mavic. So in the past I've been using a kind of all general purpose hood. Yeah, PJY Tech. It's fairly simple, you just fold it out and then you kind of shove your phone through in here. If the phone is too small, it just flops off. And that was a big problem. And when you're holding the remote on this, you kind of have to hold it in place, and this thing shifts around, and as you can see, sometimes it doesn't hold well. In fact, I'll just put it on the phone. I can show you how cumbersome it is. I just dealt with it because it was super cheap. It was only $2 or something. You pay for what you get. This is a DJI Spark controller. So the phone is smaller. This comes in different sizes. So originally I was using this on a bigger phone. I just happened to have a phone that was available. As you can see, if the phone is smaller or bigger, this will kink in other ways. And especially when you hold it, kind of bulky. Finger rubs up against the crease here, and well, it doesn't work that well. So this came in the mail today. This is called just a folding hood monitor for the Mavic Pro. It also works for the DJI Spark. It's from a company called Skyreat. One of the major problems with using your phone is that when the sun is directly above you, you can't see the screen. And the hood comes in really handy. Most that are out there are either just like this or some big box come up and over. What you have here is the Skyreat, and as you can see, there's a groove here that lines up directly with the DJI Mavic controller, and there's these two fold out hinges here, and this is your hood. It's small, so it provides kind of a partial coverage. If you hold the controller the right way, then it kind of blocks everything. So let me show you how this one works. This is a DJI Spark controller, and there's a ridge here. This groove right here lines up with this, and it's just perfectly made for it. There's no guessing of where it goes. It just lines up. In fact, look, I can let go of it and it doesn't fall out or anything like that. And then you basically put your phone underneath. So you line it up with your device, whatever iPhone or Galaxy or whatever you're using. In this case, this is a Samsung X5, and it fits everything from whatever phone you're using, or what I found out. The advantage of this is that you can move these flaps out of the way depending on how much shade you need. And that's pretty much about it. Coverage isn't that good as the original one that I had, the PGY Tech, but it does serve its purpose. I used it earlier today for a flight and had no problems with it. I just had to hold the controller a little bit more upright. I like this because it's not cardboard. This is all fully plastic. It has a plastic hinge but metal insert as a hinge here, so I don't think this will flop around. Maybe over time it'll wear out, but for now it stays in place. And similarly, when you do hold the controller, because these are at an angle and kind of spaced away, it's actually not infringing on your ability to move the controller. You can see the angle that kind of lines up with your fingers, so when you do, it doesn't impede on this. And then similarly, if you have to push the buttons, push the controller stuff for the DJI Spark below, all you have to do is you can either push this in and out, which is fairly easy, and you can have full access to everything. It's relatively easy as there's not one giant block here. I found this to be relatively cheap. I think it was $5. Don't quote me on this. Again, one of the big questions is interference. For the DJI Mavic, there's not going to be any difference because there's no interference, as you know, the USB cord is here and it plugs directly to your phone. You will, however, run into a problem when you're using the OTG cable for your Spark. This piece that I got, this Samsung OTG cable here, will not fit. So the micro USB side goes into here, and this is too bulky and it won't go in. I've had to revert back to an older OTG cable, which is just essentially an extension versus this longer one, nice compact one, which I really like. So I'm still gonna keep this. This is for, I guess, cloudy days and not so bright days. I have this one originally for my DJI Phantom Pro. See, you just put this on and ta-da! Now you're good to go as far as flying your Spark, and you actually have the shade, which is nice and low and compact. So the pros is that it does work. You just have to hold your controller a little bit higher than normal on super sunny days, or just stand under the shade or something like that. It does work. It seems pretty durable. The hinges looks like it's gonna last longer. No, you don't have to worry about creasing or anything like that since it's made out of plastic. The cons about it is that if you do have one of these bulky OTG cables here, it won't be able to fit in here, and what you'll need to do is get either a Phantom Pro one or these, I think you just call it OTG, on-the-go cable extenders. and you just hook that up. Another con potentially is that because this is metal and plastic, over time it might wear out. Again, this doesn't provide as much coverage as my original PGY tech. You can see this is double the size. It might not provide enough shade for you. Most of the time when I fly, I usually use the histogram anyway and the metering to get the right exposure. Today I just wanted to talk about the Skyreat portable hood for your DJI Mavic Pro and or your DJI Spark. Check it out. I'll leave a link below where you can find it. Hopefully you found this informative. If you guys are using the hood, let me know. I'm always open to options. Leave a comment below. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. And I thank you guys for supporting me. Keep tuning in, subscribe to my channel, share my links with your friends. And again, safe flying guys, and mahalo plenty.